And welcome back to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslyk of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. Let me ask you a question before we get into this segment. How much did you pay for your tax preparation last year? Now, maybe you went to the computer and you downloaded one of those things off the computer and paid
TurboTax,
$29 or whatever.
It's more than that, I think.
Is
I think it's $50.
$50. And you filled in the blanks and you said,
Themselves.
okay. Yeah, filled in, you know. And I suppose it works okay if that's what you're doing, but it doesn't give you any power to plan and to really know if it's correct.
Yeah, a lot of people think because they have a simple situation, you know, a W-2, you know, little couple interest and investment statements, you know, that this is good enough. Or, you know, they think they know it all of what's available, you know, and even in those cases, there's things that you can do, maybe not pertaining to the specific 1040, you know, if it's just a basic short form, you know, maybe there's not much you can do, but maybe there is upcoming. Maybe they're putting too much money in their 401k. Right? Maybe they're only getting matched up to 3%, say, and they're putting in 20%. Well, is that the right thing to do now? Or should we back that down and start funding some Roths? Or maybe if they're over 59 and a half and they're not paying many taxes, maybe we should be taking money out of their retirement accounts. Or maybe we should be converting to Roths. It's things like that.
Okay.
It's not just filling out the 1040 on TurboTax.
Sure.
Or going to H&R Block. And I mean, you know, it depends on if they want to get proactive with their taxes.
Right.
Looking at today's snapshot and 5 or 10 years down the road. This is where I help. This is where the CPA we work with helps. I mean, it's, you know, even if we are charging $500, they should come in and see if we can help them. We're only charging $89.95.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Now, one of the ad that we have on the air right now is talking about 62 years. I mean, that's about the time folks getting their Social Security are thinking about Social Security. Is there Social Security anymore?
For now.
For I'm just being a smart aleck.
It's gonna, you know, we talk about that too. It's gonna be going away for a lot of people, especially the younger you are, and especially the more wealthy you are. But that's a different topic. No, the reason we put 62 on the ad is, you know, that's generally the age group that I target for, you know, getting introduced to new folks to come and see me. It's also an age where people are eligible for Social Security. So it's a great time to tie your Social Security into your taxes. Should they take Social Security? Should they postpone it? Should they keep working and take Social Security? Should they claim on their spouse and let their spouse keep working?
Okay.
If they are taking Social Security, should they disclaim it, and should they stop the Social Security and start it up down the road? All those things come into play once you're eligible for Social Security, and we help them with that.
Sure.
That ties into their tax return and tax preparation. It all ties together.
And that's something that you're not going to get on a TurboTax type thing.
No, you're not going to get that from most tax preparers. A good CPA may help you with that, but not for $89.95.
Sure. Well, friends, this is, you know, it's important for, you know, we've talked about this all the time on today's Retirees, to be proactive with your finances. You know, it is your money. You've worked hard for your money. Now, whether you have, you know, $1 million in the bank or $50,000 in the bank, it's very easy to come up with that $250,000 net worth figure that
I mean, when we look at somebody's net worth, it's all of your assets, you know, houses, cars, savings, you know, toys like Harleys and boats and campers, properties, rentals. That's another thing too. People come in and they may have a rental or 2 or 3 or 4, and they ask me, well, what about my rentals? You know, is that $89.95 for each rental I have, or for each piece of farm income I have? I say, no, that's your price, including the rentals, which is unheard of.
Sure.
Right? But that's who I'm targeting. I want people that have somewhat of a net worth. I don't want someone that doesn't have any money. I want someone that has 10 rentals.
People you can help.
People I can help. But yeah, so you add all those into your net worth, and then you take out what you owe. You know, if there's a loan on a house or whatever, and what's left is your net worth. So yeah, we're targeting folks around $250,000 or greater. You know, I don't need a $5 or $10 million person. That's not who I like to help. I like helping mom and pop been married forever, they have kids, they have grandkids, they built some nest egg. Those are my clients.
Sure. And these are the folks that you are very good at helping. You can, and when you talk about an 8995 tax preparation, you sit down with them, and we've talked about this before, but you sit down with them and really try to find the best maneuver that they can do to both minimize their tax liability and maximize their investment.
Well, me, along with the CPA, what I am in this position as far as the tax preparation goes is I'm just the gatherer of information. I ask all the right questions and put the information down. My assistant rewrites my notes, because you know how bad I write.
Like me.
And my assistant, Kristen, can read my writing better than I. And then we get that information to the CPA. She prepares the return. We do talk about different scenarios, things we could improve on for next year and the years to come, and then I deliver the return to the client.
It's a great offer, friends. $89.95 for a CPA prepared tax return. It's unheard of. You would probably pay several $100s in most instances for the same service. So if you have a net worth of $250 or more,
$250,000.
$250,000 or more. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for correcting me there. $250,000 or more, and you are approaching that retirement age. So if you're in your 50s, 60s, and you're getting up to that age when you're getting to retirement, where Wayne can really help you, we want to encourage you to pick up that phone, 866-626-3990, and make an appointment. Sit down with Wayne and his team and see what they can do. And for $89.95, you cannot go wrong with a CPA. Now, let me just back up 1 second. When I say CPA prepared return, we're not talking about some guy in a back room who has a title. We're talking about a true CPA qualified person.
Yeah, the CPA that we use is in charge of multiple tax offices in multiple states. So she knows what she's doing. She's got a long history behind her as far as her profession. So yeah, it's not an enrolled agent, it's not just a tax preparer, and it's not just a CPA with a title. It's a very well experienced CPA that does quality work. Right.
So pick up that phone, 866-626-3990. When we come back, we're going to change gears just a little bit and talk about Wayne's online seminar that you can take for free.